Gentle spectators, all, we welcome you here to our fair Athens, where Theseus is lord, and often bears a weight, a serious brow, sad, high, and working, full of state and woe. But turn the glass and give the scene more growing. To speak of Hippolyta, warrior queen, fierce in battle, she slayed our Duke's great heart, and he devoutly dotes to win her love. Friends, we call you here to witness two mighty monarchs preparing here to wed. Most gracious sovereigns, many happy days, and nights filled with dreams of joy soon to come.
Now, my Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days brings in a new moon, but oh, methinks how long this old moon wanes.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Go, my friends, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword and won thy love doing these injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, and my noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice, verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy, with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweet meats, messengers of strong prevailment in unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And, my gracious Duke, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius, I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be only to this gentleman.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty, in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
To abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether, if you yield to not to your father's voice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I, to be in shady cloister mewed, to live barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord. Ere will I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take this time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day was with my love and me, the everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day, either to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest, for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortune every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage, as Demetrius's. And, which is more than all of these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Demetrius, I'll vouch it to his head, made love to Nader's daughter, Helena, and won her soul. And she, sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But being over self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius come Aegeus, I have some private schooling for you both. As for you, fair Hermia, look to arm yourself, if not to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, for which by no means we may extenuate, to vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta.
With duty and desire, we follow you.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read, could ever hear by tale or history, the course of love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood.
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
Or else misgraved in respect of years.
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else it stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
Or if there was a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it, making it momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs.
A good persuasion. Therefore hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me then, steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to a morn of May, there I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee, by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever woman spoke, in that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay, Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye, your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, and yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds will be unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl and the bladed grass, a time that lover's flight doth still conceal, through Athens' gate we have devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I, upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us. And good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight, from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind, nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste, and therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down his oaths that he was only mine, and when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Is all our company here?
You're best to call them generally, woman and man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of everyone's name, which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on their wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth the actors by the scroll. Masters, spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you. Nick Bottom.
Ready! Name what part I'm for and proceed.
Nick Bottom, you are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant?
A lover that kills himself most gallant for love.
That will ask some tears in the true performing of it. If I do, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest. Yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Heracles rarely. The raging rocks, the shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates. This was lofty. Now name the rest of the players. This was Heracles' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Francis Flute.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, let me not play a woman. I have a beard growing.
Oh, and I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Oh, Thisbe, Thisbe. Oh, a Pyramus, oh, my dear, my Thisbe dear, a lady, dear.
No, you must play Pyramus and Flute, you Thisbe.
We'll proceed.
Robin Starveling.
Here, Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout?
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug, you, the lion's part. Patches and Sweep will provide ambiance and tone. And, I hope, here is a play fitted.
Is the lion's part written? I pray you, if it be given me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
Oh, let me play the lion too. I will roar. Then I will make any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar. Then I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. They would fright the ladies, and then they would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
That would hang us.
Every mother's son.
I will roar you as gently as any suckling dove. I will roar you for any nightingale. Roar!
You can play no part but Pyramus. For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see in a summer's day, a most gentlemanlike man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
Whew. But masters, here are your parts. And I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night and meet me a mile without the palace wood by moonlight. There we will rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we will be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw up a bill of properties such as our play requires. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet so that we may rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains. Be perfect. Adieu.
Oh, the Duke's Oak, we meet.
How now, spirits?
Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, thorough bush, thorough briar, over park, over pale, thorough flood, thorough fire.
We do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and we serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green.
The cowslips tall her pensioners be, in their gold coats spots you see, those be rubies, fairy favors, in those freckles live their savors.
Must go seek some dewdrops here, and put a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lawless spirits, we'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here anon.
King doth keep his revels here tonight.
Take heed the queen come not within his sight.
For Oberon is passing fell and wrath.
Because that she, as her attendant hath, a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling.
And jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild. But she perforce withholds the loved boy.
Crowns him with flowers and makes him all her joy.
And now they never meet in grove or green.
By fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen.
But they do square, all their elves for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are those shrewd and knavish sprites, called Robin Goodfellow and Sweet Puck.
You do Oberon's work so he shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest so right. We are those merry wanderers of the night.
But room, fairies, here comes Oberon.
Woo! And here our mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What?
Jealous, Oberon? Fairies, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, am not I thy lord?
Then I must be thy lady. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steppe of India? But thou, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, your buskined mistress and your warrior love, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus?
These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer spring met we on hill and dale, forest or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the plowman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. And now the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature we see the seasons alter, the spring, the summer, the childing autumn, the angry winter, change their wonted liveries, and the mazed world, by their increase, now knows not which is which. And the same progeny of evil comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Tanya cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order. Full often hath she gossiped by my side and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, when we have laughed to see the sails conceive and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, which she, with pretty and with swimming gait following, her womb then rich with my young squire, would imitate, and sail upon the land, to fetch me trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus's wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our rounds and see our moonlight revels, come with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away. We shall chide downward if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle Pucks, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that certain stars shot madly from their seers to hear the sea maid's music.
We remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow. But I did see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votaress passed on, in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. And maidens call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
We'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen in this wood, and here I am, enwoed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair, or rather do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more.
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look upon thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night and the ill counsel of a desert place.
It is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the worlds.
I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase.
I will not stay thy questions, let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, in the town, the fields you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do leave this grove. Thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Cast thou the flower there. Welcome, wanderers.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows. White or canopied, with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it. And seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Come, now a roundel and a fairy song for our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, then to your offices and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and blind worms do no wrong, come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melodies, singing our sweet lullaby, lullaby, lullaby. Never harm or spell or charm one-legged spinner's hands. Beetles black approach not near. Worm nor snail do no offense. Fill love with melody, singing our sweet lullaby, la 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harms or spell charm, come our lovely lady night. So good night with lullaby.
Hence, away!
Now all is well.
Berry moth, stand sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake. Be it on ounce or cat or bear, pard or boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth, I forgot our way. Rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. I mean, that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchanged with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrews my manner and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off. In human modesty, such separation as may well be said between a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant. And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen. To that fair prayer say I. Then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
Half that wish the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have we gone, but Athenian found we none, on whose eyes we might approve this flower's force and stirring love, night in silence.
Who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, our master said, despised the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden sleeping sound on the dirty and dank ground.
Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy.
Churl, upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe.
When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep, the seat on thy eyelid.
So awake when we are gone.
For we must now to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius. I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus. Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so. Stay, on thy peril, I alone will go. Oh, I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I am ugly as a bear. For those that meet me run away for fear, but who is here? Lysander on the ground. Dead or asleep, I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And unto fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word, that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. Yet Hermia still loves you, then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her I have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who would not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never know, nor never can, deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye? But you must flout my insufficiency? Good troth, you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well. Perforce, I must confess, I thought you a lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia sleeps out there, and never mayest thou come Lysander near. And all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander! Help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity. What a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. I thought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What, removed? Lysander! Lord? What, out of hearing? Gone? No sound? No word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all loves. I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Perky Patches?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please.
First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say, we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and for better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Nick Bottom. This will put them out of fear.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, let him say his name, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he himself must speak through, and tell them plainly, he is Snug.
Well, it shall be so, but there is two hard things. That is, to bring moonlight into a chamber, for, you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Why, then may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine through the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lanthorn, and say he comes to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. Then there is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, For, says the story, Pyramus and Thisbe did talk through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall.
What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster, some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, so that, and through this chink may Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
It shall be so. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, enter into that brick, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
What? A play toward? I'll be not at her. And nectar too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Pyramus, speak. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors.
Odors savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe. Dear. But hark! A voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
A stranger, Pyramus, that e'er played here.
Must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you. For you must understand, he is gone but to see about a noise he has heard, and is to come again.
Most radiant Pyramus.
Ooh, and come on.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, as true as horse, that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninus's tomb, man. Why, you must not speak all that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
As true as horse, that yet would never tire.
If I were fair, Thisbe, I were only thine. Oh!
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange!
Not today, man.
We are hunted! Prey masters, fly masters!
What is that?
I'll follow you.
I'll lead you about around.
Through bog,
bush,
through brake,
through briar.
Sometimes a horse I'll be.
Sometime a hound.
A hog.
A headless bear.
Sometimes a fire.
And neigh.
Bark.
And grunt.
And roar.
Burn.
Like horse.
Hound.
Hog.
Bear.
Fire.
Every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard. I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, that they shall hear. I'm not afraid, no. The ousel cock so black of hue, the note with little quill, the throstle with his note so true, the wren with tawny bill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray. The wren was many a note doth mark and dare not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled by thy shape. And thy fair virtue's force, her force doth move me, on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, reason and love keep little company together nowadays.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. And yet, if I had wit enough to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. And I do love thee, therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I will purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, mustard seed, moonbeam, and clover.
Ready. And I.
And I.
And I.
And I.
And I. Where shall we go?
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal. Hail.
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 Well, I cry your worship's mercy. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas blossom.
I pray you, commend me to your mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peace God, your father. I desire you of more acquaintance too, good Master Peace Blossom. And your name, good sir?
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed. I know your patience well. I promise you your kindred hath made my eyes water ere now. I desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed. Your name, honored fellow?
Moth.
Grand Marquis Moth. I will desire never to light a fire in your presence, lest you be drawn to your doom. Your name, worthy master?
Moonbeam.
Chevalier Moonbeam. I will desire your pale gleam when I lack the means to light my way, and your substance when I crave a crumb of cheese. And lastly, your name, good sir?
Clover.
Clover. Good. Sweet Clover.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what came next in her eye which she must dote on in extremity? Here come my messengers. How now, mad spirits?
Our mistress
With a monster!
is in love. Oh. We were close in consecrated bower while she was in her dull and sleeping hour.
A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, that work for bread upon Athenian stalls.
Were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus's nuptial day.
The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport,
forsook his scene and entered in a break, when we did him at this advantage take.
An ass's knoll we fixed upon his head, anon his Thisbe must be answered.
And at his sight, away his fellows fly, suffer themselves and madly weep and cry.
We led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there.
When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes to love juice as I did bid thee do?
We took him sleeping, this is finished too, and the Athenian, woman by his side, that, when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is the same Athenian.
This is the woman.
But not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I do but chide, but I should do thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'ershoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be but that thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierce through your heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of a maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood. Nor is he dead, for aught I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege never to see me more. And from thy hated presence part I so. See me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Hence, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrow owe.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
We go, look how we go.
Swifter than arrow from archer's bow.
Flower of this purple dye hit with Cupid's archery. Sink in the apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy. Let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand.
And the youth mistook by we, pleading for a lover's fee.
Shall we their fond pageant see?
Oh Lord, what fools these mortals be!
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then we'll two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone.
Oh, those things that do best please me, that fall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo in scorn?
These vows are Hermia's. Will you give her over?
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Or none in my mind. Now you give her over.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh!
Oh, Helena, goddess, nymph, perfect, divine, to what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? When thou hold'st up thy hand, oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite. Oh, hell! I see you are all bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, who I do love, and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone.
Helen, it is not so.
Look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy bow.
Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. Mine ear, I think, it brought me to thy sound. But why so unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay, whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not this make thee know? The hate I bear thee made me leave thee so.
You speak not as you think, it cannot be.
Lo, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is it all forgot? It is not friendly, 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not, and it seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine, and rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? Wherefore doth Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do persever. Counterfeit sad looks make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreat. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee by my life, I do.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, whereto tends all this?
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What change is this? Sweet love.
Thy love, outloathed medicine, hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Should I hurt her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me! Wherefore? Oh me, what news, my love? Am I not Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me, yet since night you left me. Why, then you left me, oh, the gods forbid, in earnest, shall I say?
I, by my life, and never did desire to see thee more. Therefore, be out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain nothing truer. 'Tis no jest that I do hate thee and love Helena.
Oh me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love! What, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, if faith, have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I am not yet so low with that my nails can reach into thine eyes. Ugh!
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in truishness. I am a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think, because she is something lower than myself, that I can match her.
Lower? Hark, again!
Good Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you, for love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence, and threatened me, to strike me, spurn me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go, to Athens will I bear my folly back.
Why get you gone? Who is that hinders you?
A foolish heart, that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius!
Be not afraid. She shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school, and though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little again! Nothing but low and little! Why must you suffer her to flout me thus?
Get you gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering knotgrass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious.
Now she holds me not. Now follow, if thou darest, to try who's right. Of mine or thine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you, nor longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I'm amazed and know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Believe me, King of Shadows, we mistook.
Did not you tell us we should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on?
And so far blameless proves our enterprise that we have anointed in Athenians' eyes.
And so far I'm glad it did sort, as this their jangling eyes seem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. Hide therefore, Robin, overcast the night, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not with another's way. Like to Lysander sometime, frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong. And sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death counterfeiting sleep with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep. Then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, to take from thence all error in his sighs. When they next wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. Whilst I in this affair do thee employ, all to my queen and beg her changeling boy. And then I will her charmed eye release from monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast.
And yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards, damned spirits all.
But we are spirits of another sort. I with the morning's love have oft made sport, but notwithstanding, haste, make no delay, we may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down.
Up and down.
We will lead them up and down.
I'm feared in field and town.
Goblins lead them up and down. Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou runaway, thou coward, art thou fled? Speak! In some bush, where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou look'st for wars, and wilt not come? Come, recreant, come thou child. I'll whip thee with a rod, he is defiled that draws the sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice, we'll try my men here.
He goes before me, yet still dares me on. Where I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I'd follow fast, but faster he did fly. That fallen am I in a dark, uneven way. And here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, but for once thou show me thy great light. Find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Ho, 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 coward, why comest thou not?
Abide me if thou darest, for well I wot thou runn'st before me, shifting every place, and darest not stand, nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither, I am here.
Nay, thou mock'st me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if ever I thy face thee by daylight see. Now go thy way. Saintness, constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
Oh, weary night, oh, long and tedious night, abate thy hour. Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight. From these that my poor company detest. And sleep, that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye, steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3, come one more. 2 of both kinds makes up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, but dabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further go, no further crawl. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. Here will I rest until the break of day. Heaven's shield Lysander, if he means a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound.
Will apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy.
When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye.
In the country proverb known, that every man should take his own, in your waking shall be shown.
Jack shall have Jill,
naught shall go ill,
the man shall have his love again,
and all shall be well.
Come, sit thee down upon this fairy bed, as I kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's peas blossom and clover?
Ready.
Ready.
Scratch my head, masters. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good monsieur, get you your weapons in hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on top of a thistle. And, oh, good monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
What is your will?
Nothing, good monsieur, but to help Cavalry Clover to scratch. I must to the barber, monsieur, for methinks I am marvelously hairy about the face, and I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle, I must scratch.
Say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have some venturous fairies that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or 2 of dried peas. But I pray you, let none of your people stir me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my charms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, hobgoblins. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors from this hateful fool. I then did ask of her her changeling child, which straight she gave me, and her fairy sent to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he awaking when the other do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be, see as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes, peep.
Sound, music. Come, my queen, take hands with me. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy King, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the night shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight, tell me how it came this night, that I, sleeping here, was found, with these mortals on the ground.
But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this Lysander, this Demetrius is, this Helena, old Nader's Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May.
But speak, Aegeus, is this not the day that Hermia shall give the answer to her choice?
It is, my lord.
Good morrow, friends! St. Valentine's is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord?
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How come this gentle concord in the world to sleep by hate and to fear no enmity?
Half sleep, half waking. But as of yet, I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly I would speak, now do I be thinking, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone of Athens, where we might, without the peril of Athenian law.
Enough, enough, my lord. You have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would, Demetrius.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them. Fair Helena in fancy following me. But, my good lord, I know not by what power, but by some power it is, my love to Hermia melted as the snow, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object and the pleasure of mine eye, is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But, like in sickness, did I loathe this food, but as in health, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon.
Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3, we'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
He did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him, and by the way, let us recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. My first is most fair Pyramus. Heyo! Peter Quince? Flute? Stout? Starving? God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep. I've had a most rare vision. I've had a dream past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he go about to expound on this dream. Methought I was... There is no man who can tell what. Methought I was... And methought I had... But man is but a patched fool if he were to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. Man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will get Peter Quince to write a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom.
Have you sent to Bottom's house? Is he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of.
Out of doubt, he is transported.
If he come not, then the play is marred. Go not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not one in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he hath simply the best wit of any person in Athens.
Yea, and the best person too. And he is a very paramour of a sweet voice.
You must say paragon. A paramour is God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there was 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married.
If our sport had gone forward, we had all been made men and women.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Dude!
Almost courageous day, almost happy hour.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not of what, for if I tell you, I'm no true Athenian. I will tell you everything right as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All that I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. And drew apparel together and made presently at the palace. Everyone look over their part. And for the short, the long, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen. Let them not who plays the lion pare their nails, for they shall hang out as the lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt but hear them say it is a sweet comedy. No more words, away. Go, away.
"'Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains that apprehend much more than cool reason could ever comprehend.
But all the story of the night told over, and all their minds transfigured so together, more witnesseth than fancies images, and grows to something of great constancy. But howsoever, strange and admirable.
Here comes the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us, wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, what dances shall we have to wear away the long age of 3 hours between supper time and bedtime? Where are our usual managers of mirth?
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask, what music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
Here is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first. The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
Will none of that. That I have told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules.
The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage.
That is an old device. It was last played when I came from Thebes last a conqueror.
Ah, the thrice 3 muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary.
That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting for a nuptial ceremony.
A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical, tedious and brief.
That is hot ice and wondrous strange snow.
How shall we find this concord of this discord?
A play it is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as we have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted. And tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw confessed, played, rehearsed, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears the passion of loud laughter has never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed folks that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord, it is not for you. We have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intent, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pain to do you service.
We will hear that play, for never can anything be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, friends.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let them approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill, that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come as minding to content you. Our true intent is, all for your delight. We are not here. Wait, that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show, you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath rid his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not the stop. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
Indeed, he hath rid his prologue like a child on a recorder, a sound but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wander at this show, but wander on till truth makes all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady Thisbe is Certain.
This man, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through the poor souls they are content to whisper, at which let no man wonder.
This man, with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn, presents moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet by Ninus' tomb there to woo.
This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which Lion, vile with bloody mouth, did stain.
Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, where with bloody blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast.
And Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let Lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord, one lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude, it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers, Pyramus and Thisbe, did whisper, often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so, and this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which the fearful lovers are to whisper.
It is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim looked night. Oh, night with you, so black. Oh, night, whichever art one day is not. Oh, night, alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. And now, oh, wall, oh, sweet, lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, oh sweet, lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what I see? No Thisbe do I see. O wicked wall, O wicked spite, cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse him back.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue, as she is to enter now. I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see it. We'll fall patteth, as I told you. Oh, yonder she comes.
O wall, full often hast thou heard my moans for parting my fair Pyramus and me. My cherry lips have often kissed thy stones with lime and hair knit up in thee.
I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe!
My love, thou art, my love, I think.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall. Mwah! 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 Mwah!
Kiss the wall's hole, not their lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tune meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
Thus have I, wall, my part discharged so, and being done, thus wall away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff ever have I heard. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear, the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor. Oh, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion rough in wildest rage not Ooh, sorry. Then know that I won snug, am a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should, as lion came in strife to this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, of a good conscience.
This lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion. Let us listen to the moon.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
You should have worn the horns on his head.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present, myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else is the man in the moon?
All that I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Why, all these should be in the lanthorn, for all these are in the moon. But silence. Here comes Thisbe.
This is old Minnie's tomb. Where is my love?
Rawr!
Oh my God!
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly the moon shines with a good grace.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe's sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor night, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? O dainty duck, O dear! Thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood. Approach, ye furies fell! O fates, come, come! Cut thread and throb, quail, crush, conclude, and quell.
This passion, the death of a dear friend, would go near to make a man look sad.
True, my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, wherefore nature did thou lions frame? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is no, which was fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out, sword and wound, the path of Pyramus, aye, that path where the heart doth hop. Thus I die. Thus. 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 Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die. 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 Die.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisbe comes back and finds her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Asleep, my love? What? Dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise. Speak. Speak. Quite dumb? Dead? Dead? A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Are gone. Lovers make moan, for his eyes were green as leeks. Oh, sisters three, come to me. With hands as pale as milk, lay them in gore, since you have shore with shears, this thread of silk, tongue, not a word. Come, trusty sword. Come, blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends. Thus, Thisbe ends. Adieu. Adieu.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and Wall too.
Oh, I assure you, the wall is down that parted their fathers. Will it please you to see an epilogue or hear a Bergamask dance between the two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you, for your play needs no excuse.
Never excuse, for when all the players are dead, there need none to be blamed.
Mary, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged thyself in Thisbe's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy.
And so it is, truly and very notably, discharged.
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers to bed, 'tis almost fairy time.
Now the hungry lion roars and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone.
Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud.
Now it is the time of night that all the graves, gaping wide, each lets forth its sprite in the churchway paths to glide.
And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream.
Now our frolic! Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. We are sent with broom before to sweep the dust beneath the door.
Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar, and this ditty after me sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse this song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace will we sing and bless this place.
Now until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be. And the issue that create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true and loving be. With this field do consecrate, every fairy take their gate, and each several chamber bless, through this palace with sweet peace. And the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away, make no stay, meet we all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear.
And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we shall mend.
And as I am an honest puck, if we've unearned luck, Now to escape the serpent's tongue, we make amends ere long.
Else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give us your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
Friends, we call you here to bear witness to two mighty monarchs.
Hippolyta.
Into the script.
Here is the list of everyone's name, which is
Mary. And a Mary. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad.
I'm so sorry. I stuttered. And oh my god. Okay.
Recording and action. Okay, we'll do that again. And action.
Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderers.
That's my bad. Sorry.
Wait, what happened?
What happened?
I said.
And action.
I forgot my line. I'm so sorry. Oh no!
Knight of his train to trace the forests wild.
That's okay. It happens.
I am so sorry. I fully forgot the line.
It's stuck on my hand. I can get it.
And here's the maiden, sleeping sound on the dark and dank ground. That is not the right line.
Fright me. But I'm not serious.
No.
Well, I cry your worship says mercy. I beseech your worship's name.
Sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my charms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away.
Sound, music.
Oh, sorry. I should have said. Action.
My kid.
Strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables.
Hold. And let's try that.
Grizzly bee. Oh wait.
Cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me. I think I said the wrong lines.
And action.
This is old Minnie's tomb. Where is my love?
No.
Ah!
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. I'm so sorry. Now our frolic! Not a mouse shall disturb. Did you hear that?
And wait, you gotta wait till I say action, Annika.
I'm sorry.
Okay, hold. get in place. Pause. Freeze. Phillips, you're killing me. I'm already recording. And action.